Alrighty, so today we're talking about triangle proportionality theorem. Now this is very similar to what we did when we were finding side lengths of proportional triangles. So the idea is that we have our two lines that are parallel. If you don't have two lines that are parallel, you cannot use this. So if DE is parallel to AC, now we can start to put together some nice proportions. So what I can say is that BD over DA is equal to BE over EC. Now that's a lot of letters, so what I'm going to do is simplify this down to numbers. So this is chunk 1, here's chunk 2, chunk 3, and chunk 4. So the idea is that you're going to have 1 over 2 should equal 3 over 4. All right, so now over to converse. Now, if you remember converse from first semester, that is when we're going to flip our if and our then. So again, I'm going to use this shorthand of 1s, 2s, and 3s, and 4s. So if 1 over 2 is equal to 3 over 4, then I can say that my two lines are parallel. So I can say DE is parallel to AC. All right, so let's work some of these out here. So again, just like how we had up above, I'm going to label these. So that's 1 and 2, 3, and 4. There's our parallel lines. Okay, so now I'm just going to set up my proportions. So 12 over 14 equals 15 over x. I'm going to grab myself a calculator here. All right, so you're going to cross multiply. 15 times 14 gets you to 210. And that is equal to 12x. Divide both sides by 12. So you get x equals 17.5. Okay, 2 is the exact same as number 1. So for that, you should get 48. Again, if at any point in time you need to pause the video, slow me down, repeat, feel free to. All right, so let's look at 3. 3 is similar, so I'm going to set up this first proportion. So there's 1 and 2. So I'm going to have x over 36. Now we don't know this top one, but we do know the whole. So again, this brings us back to first semester when we did chunk plus chunk equals whole. Well, if this little section is 45 and the whole thing is 55, I can subtract to get 10. So I'm going to get 10 over 45. Again, cross multiply like we just did up above. So here you're going to get x equals 8. 4 is very similar. You should get 24.5. All right, 5, here we go. So same thing, I'm going to do 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, so I'm going to do 30 over x plus 7 equals 25 over 15. Once again, cross multiply. 30 times 15 is going to give us 450 equals, now here's where people kind of forget, 25 times x plus 7. Remember, you got to take that 25 and multiply it to everybody on the inside. Okay, once you solve that, your final answer should be x equals 11. And if you get any point in time stuck, need help, make sure you email me and we can set things up and make them look pretty. There is 6. Now 6, you are free to cross multiply with your large numbers. However, 21 and 6 can be reduced. Both of them have a factor of 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now you're multiplying 7 and 2 instead of 21 and 6. Might be a little bit prettier. That final answer is going to be 9. All right, 7, 8, and 9 are now using that converse that we had used before. So the idea is that we're going to set up our proportions again. So 11 over 15.4 should equal 10 over 14. Now when you cross multiply, that'll get you 154. And 11 times 14 when you multiply should also be 154. 4. Because these numbers are the same, this one has 2 parallel lines. 8 here, again, setting up a proportion, 18 over 5 equals 15 over 4. When you cross multiply, these give you numbers that are not the same. So because those are not the same, that's going to give you a no. 9, of course, is a yes here. When you set that up, make sure you're finding JM and not using 54. Okay, parallel lines in parts, exact same thing as what we did, but this one's is not a triangle. Now we've just got 3 lines cut by 2 transversals. But still the same idea. So 1 over 2 will equal 3 over 4. All right, so let's set up here number 10. So I'm going to do 45 over 18 equals 52 over x. Again, cross multiplying. When you cross multiply, you should get x equals 20.8. Okay, now I'm going to let you try the rest on your own. I'm going to zoom out so you can see the answers here. So if you've got any questions, please let me know. Email me, send me a SOS smoke signal, and that is all that we did for today. You have no assignment attached to this. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye, guys.